Welcome back to Trends and Friends. I'm joined by JoLynn Payne from Rocking Paw Training and Kennels, and of course Miss Ember. And it's summertime. Somebody's favorite activities, some of my favorite activities, is going to the pool, going to the beach, and a lot of times you bring your pets with you. But the water is not always the safest for them, depending on the situation.
Correct. So just like our kids, we want to make sure that our pets are safe and that we don't leave them unattended, whether it's the pool or the lake or the beach or whatever we're doing. Some dogs don't know when to stop, which means that they just go. They're in the water, out of the water, in the water, out of the water. And so you can see exhaustion. And if they're swimming too much, then we're risking drowning. Or if they're running on the beach and it's hot, we're risking them overheating and maybe getting a heat stroke. Okay. So we want to make sure that we have some shade for them, some fresh water so that they can hydrate. And of course give them frequent breaks when you have them swimming. We also have a problem of water intoxication. It's the same thing that can happen to humans. If you drink too much water, then you are kind of thinning out everything in your blood system and you can get intoxicated, and we've seen some people die. That's right. The same thing can happen to dogs. Some dogs like to bite at the water, even when you're watering and things like that, or they bite and when they swim and they're ingesting too much water. So we want to make sure and monitor that. Some of the signs and symptoms of water intoxicity is they're lethargic. Sit down.
She's very excited about this topic.
Right? So we want to make sure that they're not lethargic, their eyes are glassy, maybe nausea, vomiting, things like that, and you want to make sure and rush them on into the vet if you see those signs and symptoms. If you're going to take them to the salt water, to the beach, then if they're ingesting the water, not only is it water toxicity, but that salt is going to throw their enzymes way off of balance.
I was going to say, that's going to dehydrate them a lot more.
Right. And then we have dogs that don't swim very well. And so we have little dachshunds that have tiny little legs, or corgis or bassets, because they're super heavy and little tiny legs. And then we have dogs such as your English bulldogs, with the super heavy heads, and so they sometimes sink instead of swim. So we want to make sure that we have some life jackets on them. Make sure your life jacket fits correctly, just like you would for a child. You don't want it to teeter them and the wrong end is, not floating up or whatever else.
So making sure that it's the correct weight limit for your pup. We got a picture of that right there. And just, of course, monitoring them just like you would a child. You never leave a child alone.
Correct.
So you wouldn't leave your pet alone either, even though it seems like dogs swim. They love the water. So just something to keep in mind.
Correct.
If people want more information, where can they find it?
They can contact me at joe@rockingpaw.com, or they can just go to my Facebook page and ask for more information.
Okay, perfect. Information is on the screen. Of course, she's located in Ropesville, so if you ever need maybe to get some training or kennels in, you can also get those services as well. Thank you so much for joining us today, JoLynn. And we'll have more Trends and Friends after the break.